There is one more that I want to talk about, and this one looks a little bit different, but the same process applies. So we have 2g of 1 plus 3f of 1. So really all this is telling us to do is after we find g of 1, we're going to multiply 2 times whatever we get when we find g of 1. Then when we find f of 1, we're going to multiply 3 times whatever we get. So the same process applies. Our first step is to find g of 1. So g of x, and we're going to plug in 1 for that x value. So 3 times 1 plus 1. And that gives us 3 times 1 is just 3, plus 1 gives us 4. So g of 1 is 4. So we're going to do 2 times 4. I'm just going to write that there, and we're going to move on to step 2. Now we're going to find f of 1. So f of 1, we're going to look at f of x, and we're going to plug in 1 for that x value. So that would be 1 squared plus 3. 1 squared is just 1. Adding 3 to that gives us 4 again. That won't always happen, but it just happened to be the case this time. So then we have 3 times, we just ended up with 4 again. So our step 3, this time we are going to add together 2 times g of 1 plus 3 times f of 1. So in step 3, we're actually going to find 2 times g of 1, which is 2 times 4. We already wrote that down. We're just actually completing it this time. And that gives us 8, right? And we need to find 3 times f of 1. Well, we already wrote that down here, so we're just completing the 3 times 4, which is 12. And now our step 4 is to add those together. So 8 plus 12 gives us 20. And that's our final output for this problem.